Is that your phone or my phone?
It's your phone.
We're early still, folks. It's not time for the start yet. I just thought we'd
Start a little early.
humorate on this.
Guess I got to tell you that TV show.
See if you know anybody.
No. Go by mom.
I don't think I can finish this for this, but I couldn't help myself.
Trying to look for somebody I know, probably. Your time is coming up shortly, John.
And we got 3 more minutes, and we'll start talking about 5 till. We got to start the show early day, folks.
All right.
These guys are all wondering, why are you videotaping me, man? You a narc? Hey, you making a video movie? Making a movie?
Yeah, nowadays you can't do anything.
You used to videotape everybody. Now everybody doesn't care.
Yeah, it's back and forth. Here's Baker.
See him?
No.
Your picture isn't on there. That's a good picture of your uncle, man. Your grandpa?
My uncle. My dad's uncle. It's classic.
We don't own the right to this. But we're going to go ahead and show it anyway. For fun, for shits and giggles.
Your
Hey,
butt.
here's my friend that, hey, you got your Mexican cut? One minute till production begins, folks. Sorry we're taking so long. We have to get everything together tonight. Musical guests coming in hopefully right at 4 o'clock. Hold on, make sure. Oh, crap. I never seen the link. Hold on, dude. I got the link coming to you right now, man. Oh, man. I wonder who I sent it to instead of him. All right, folks. We're getting this together, folks. We're getting this together right about pretty soon.
Get it together, John.
Hey, Phil. What's going on, buddy?
Hi, John. Happy Friday.
It's Friday. It's 5 minutes till 4 o'clock on Friday, February 25th. If you want to know the reason why we're here early is because we have a special guest that had limited engagement time. So we're going to talk for just a couple minutes, then we're going to bring him into the show. His name is Charlie Otto, and he's from somewhere in Illinois, right, Phil? You know where he's from, right? You tell me.
He's from anywhere he wants to be, but I do believe he's from Chicago. And
well, we should ask him that, I suppose. You know?
Well, you never know where, But I just happened to see Charlie play this past weekend in LaSalle County.
This is going to happen fast because we don't have time to kill tonight, folks. It's early, and the viewers are already stacking up. I haven't even shared it yet, and people are checking it out.
Yeah, you should share it. Share that Charlie's on our show.
I did share that Charlie's coming on the show, so hopefully they've got at least that much put together. But you talk for a second. I'm going to bring him in the room. You're going to introduce him, actually, all right? How about that tonight? Phil's going to introduce the guest.
Me?
Yes, you.
Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, introduce him.
We have a guest tonight on our show. gentleman I happen to see many a times in different versions of his bands, from This Must Be the Band to DJ No DJ to his latest project that I know of. Charlie, I
Dogs
don't
are stoked. Hold on a
plus
second.
his gear, and that was and I get to see it this past weekend. And hi, Charlie, how are you doing? Hello.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
All right.
You sound really good. That was,
I was in a cave for a second, but now I'm out.
Phil, you have to talk for a second. Dogs are going ape shit crazy. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey, Charlie, if you're not, this is a show we've done. This is our 96th week. We have you guests come on and talk or play something. And would you like to talk about what you do, or you would like to play something? Whatever you like to
So
do.
this is the 96th straight week, is that right?
Correct.
You haven't missed 1 week?
No, we have not.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Christmas?
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Charlie. I pushed the wrong button there, friend. The dogs are going crazy here, as you can tell. Somebody just delivered the mail or something around here. So thanks for coming out the zone.
Sometimes that, honestly, I don't know what this is about myself, but sometimes when I just walk in a room, dogs go crazy. So I didn't know it'd work digitally too, but
That's a night.
I think it might.
There goes my dog too.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
this is our 96th week. Yeah, we started. I didn't know what Zoom was. Long story short, it's a beautiful thing that John basically does, and we've had guests on like you, and privileged to have you on. And
oh my gosh. Yes.
I really enjoyed your set plus your gear in LaSalle. It was good to see you again. And Charlie is in a couple bands that I really.
Charlie, you're in This Must Be the Band?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I heard a lot of good things about This Must Be the Band. I'm a big Talking Heads fan from way back. And you guys don't play anymore, though, right? Kind of like the Talking Heads?
Yeah, just like we're true in spirit to the Talking Heads, and we just don't play. And you know, we all have our solo projects just like them.
Well, that's great. That's great. I think maybe that's what the Talking Heads were all about. They were
Right.
considered an art piece. And David Byrne always said they were an art piece, and they kind of he said once the art piece was over, it would be over. So it was
Yeah.
That's why you only last so long.
Yeah, and I think they're all doing really cool stuff now. So I think I think they all did a good job with that. But we had kind of the same thing where like they didn't keep making songs we could play, so we kind of like, we played all their songs like so many times that we couldn't do it anymore either,
Yeah.
So we kind of all moved on to other stuff.
That's cool.
We do like a once a year benefit, and that just happened the other day in December.
Excellent. I put your name on a couple posters throughout the history of whatnot, and so I just always look forward to the bands and unfortunately I never got to see you play, as This Must Be the Band, though. So that just goes to show you,
Love all this artwork I'm seeing from both of you.
Yeah, we're both. That's what we do. We're artists that travel throughout the summer generally, and Phil probably gave you a little of that. And we didn't get to travel for a whole year, so we decided to just do this silly show, and now it's a job, like Phil says.
Yeah, we're yeah. Something like that.
Now, you got anything coming up? What kind of projects are you working on right now, Charlie Otto? Is it just basically Charlie Otto and his stuff?
My gear.
And his gear.
Yeah, it's mostly just me and the gear making music down here.
It's plus his gear. You
Yeah,
gotta get
plus
it right.
it's mathematical. And I'm doing tons of stuff with that. That's all I'm doing.
Now, you're a non-traditional act, I'll say, from what I saw, just in the way I watched.
say so.
Briefly, I did some perusing. Can you express like, is there a genre that you are?
Maybe I was. I was hoping somebody asked me this at the Phil was at a show with me the other day, and I played one song, and then somebody yelled out from the audience, "What genre are you?" And I said, "Hopefully you can help me figure that out, because so
Genres are kind of offensive.
I'll just play some songs. You can tell me if you put me in a genre. I don't know.
Let the world
I would really
decide.
like to find out, because it's really hard to describe it to booking talent buyers and stuff, and I would really like to be able to describe it to them, because otherwise,
all right. I think that's awesome, Charlie. Do you have one more thing you want to say there, Phil? What were you going to say?
No, let Charlie do his thing.
All right, Charlie. If you'd like to give us a little taste of what you got going there, play a little bit, and then come back and we'll talk some more. And
all right,
we'll give you the stage for a minute, bud.
Okay. So what? How long do you want me to play here?
15 minutes.
How long you want to play?
Okay.
If you really want to play that long, it's up to you. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, 15 is great. So I normally have video that goes along with it, but I couldn't figure out how to get that into Zoom. Maybe if I had another few minutes. So
the video.
Do you know how to get to your preferences?
Like you guys can figure out how to get OBS into this thing, because I have to combine my camera.
You can barely figure out how to turn this thing on.
Right.
I can put bubbles in my background, but that's about it.
So
Charlie's video thing at his show in LaSalle was yeah.
I don't know how to.
We can ask them to close their eyes if you'd like us to, and then they can
Yeah, you can close your. Okay.
They can imagine.
I'll be quiet and let Charlie do his thing.
What I'm gonna do, I guess, is just because I can't even get. I just need a second to move the camera back. I'm just gonna play in front of a green screen. You can see it here, sort of, right?
Yeah, but you got a lot of lighting to your side. Block your.
Is my camera on for you guys right now?
Yes. You're paused for me. I think I can see you like holding the mic, but
you're paused
for like 10 minutes, so you're paused video wise. There you go. Now we got green. We got some kind of
moving.
Yeah.
The show
what I've got going on. I'm gonna put this camera back where.
Yes.
Give me a second here, guys.
Like my sweater tonight?
No hurries.
What do you guys think about my sweater tonight?
I like it, man. Psychedelic.
Ooh, yeah. It's a green screen sweater. You can get it at thrift stores. There is a way inside of preferences to add a video to the background and filters. But then that's a whole other show, probably, I guess, at this point.
Charlie's show was, it was kind of, a beautiful thing. I understood what he was going to do, but would you still expect something and it was better than you thought? Then that was the show.
Thanks.
No, thank you.
Yeah, it's something like I was just looking it up online. I thought about it too late, but if I made some sort of virtual video camera, then in OBS, then I'd be able to send it in here. But oh well, I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm just gonna play.
Okay, excellent. We're gonna give the shades of Charlie Auto, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Phil and John 96. We didn't even say that earlier. 96 weeks. Holy crap. Anyway, Charlie Auto, take the stage, bud. Phil, I'm gonna mute you.
Yep.
Can you hear that?
Loud and clear.
All right. I'll meet you in the morning. I'll meet you in the morning. I've been stopping with control lately. I thought you wouldn't mind, but you'd rather not oblige, and I can see why. Oh, my thoughts are getting heavy. It's like cleaning up a mess you made. The fire's on the rise, and I'm trying to recognize, emphasizing might and mine. I'll taste your berry wine. Oh, wish you merry time.
about me. I thought I was disguised, but you were in the back behind, waiting for my eyes to blind. Taste your very wine. I wish you very kind. I don't take it very well. Welcome to my world. I'll meet you when it's over.
You just tuned in. We're talking with our good friend Charlie Otto here. He's got his gear. The green screen, if you can only imagine, it's like my sweater. There's bubbles and stuff going through it, and the color and light and things. Thanks, Charlie, for doing what you're doing, but we appreciate it, man. Enjoy.
Thanks.
It's like our version of station identification.
Yeah, you got it. Good God, I made sure thing, not that hard. Good God, I made sure thing, not that hard. Once I did, they knew. Good God, 'cause I did good. Sure thing, not that hard. I bring the oven for trying ingredients. Put 'em down and heat 'em up. Gotta get mine prepared. Cook and teach you how. Gonna cook a couple eggs and trample a couple flowers. Need a kiss that could taste your power. Just wait well, I went like hundreds out. My God, I made out. Once I'm back, they'll have to factor that hundreds out. Not so, catch me out. Taste it. Is it too sweet or not sweet enough? 'Cause when I taste it, it's either too sweet or not sweet enough. It's either too sweet, not sweet enough. So I guess just like one more. Should be 15 minutes.
Charlie.
There's no restriction on it or anything like that. We're not,
Oh, great.
We're not held to anything like that. We'll stop and talk to you for a few minutes after this is all over with. We
Alright.
we like what you're doing.
Don't worry, Megan's got your kid. You're ready to roll.
That'd be nice. That'd be very nice.
All right.
That's a lot of sound coming out of that stuff you got going there, bud.
Yeah.
I love it. Me and Laura were saying I want to copy. Well, we're going to copy that because we're going to listen to it tonight about 12:30, 1 o'clock tonight.
There's gonna be some. You're gonna put on the.
It's a beautiful thing, Charlie. It's a beautiful thing.
What do you think is gonna happen? What do you think is gonna
Gonna
happen?
take your recording of these jams and put them onto
Well, we like that.
bedroom radio.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Well, no, not bedroom. Dancing. I don't dance, but it's like our Friday night letting loose music. It's a beautiful thing.
I love your setup you have there because you can see your screen, and you can on your screen you can see your screen. On that screen you can see
Yeah.
your screen. And it's like that infinity.
Infinity, yeah.
Basically, that's
Yep.
pretty awesome.
Charlie, if you'd like to play another one, if you're in the groove, you may.
I'm in the groove.
We'll let you do one more, and then I want to come back and we'll talk a little bit before we let you go. Because I know
Yeah,
we gotta go at about 4:30. You said, right?
Yeah, I gotta pick up my kid.
All right. Well, we appreciate that.
All right, yeah, hold on, I'll play another one.
Well, Phil, good job, buddy. You picked a good guest, man. I guess I approve so far. We'll see what the last song's like, though. Okay. Yeah. Really.
Everything could change right now. Are we allowed to? There's no rules, right? I can swear on this
You
show,
can
right?
swear as much as you want. The
Right.
only thing we say is just don't say we don't talk politics. That's the only rule.
Oh, we don't talk politics. I better change the song. Hold on.
But you can sing about it. No, it's okay to
You'll
sing
see the
about
song. I mean, it doesn't say anything specific. It's just very
it. You can sing about whatever you want, but we just don't discuss things like of that nature.
All right. that guitar got a little loud on that. Sorry about that.
You'd be surprised. That didn't hardly clip at all, and your sound came through really well. You've got a nice setup there, my friend, which we appreciate.
And hardly clip at all. Thanks.
I
No, I'm
with his Muscle Shoals, just so you know. Let's get Phil's voice back up here. Unmute yourself, Phil. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really want to sit in my chair, and Charlie, that is fabulous.
That's fun. That's a lot of fun. Yeah, that's cool.
All right, there we are.
I love the whole thing. The green screen setup you have right now looks like a lot of fun. I'm gonna have to check out more of the stuff that you do and realize that's how you're doing it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the show I saw last week, it's a video screen, so you see things on there. And I was talking to Laura. Make a long story short, because Charlie, the Clash did it back in '81. Had a video screen back
Really?
on it. More bands should have that. It's very simple.
It's hard with a band to sync things up with the music, you know. But when it's just me and the gear, it's doable. So it's pretty synced up, and my general thing is I'm trying to, like, you know, help people see which part I'm playing or whatever. You know, like if you can see something that helps you to hear something better, that's the general idea. And yeah, this green screen setup, like, I can basically, you can't really see it. I got another camera over there for some reason isn't working on Zoom, but that's got full body, so I can kind of like be in a space, you know.
I like it. Yeah, I like it. Check out Charlie Otto, you guys. One question I ask every guest that comes on the show, Charlie, is is when you were very young, what was your very first favorite song that you loved, that you remember?
Well, I have
Happy Birthday or how?
Yeah, I have documentary evidence of me singing to Stevie Wonder's song. Gosh, which one was that? Part-Time Lover. I had my hair slicked back. And it's funny, I have like a really big suit on. I look just like David Byrne in Stop Making Sense, you know, with the big suit. I didn't know who he was at the time, but yes, Phil.
I have a question too.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Talking Heads song to play on stage?
Yeah.
It's historically been Slippery People.
Sure. Yeah.
But it changed a lot, you know. We played enough shows that it could switch around a lot, you know.
Yeah, I've loved that song since I was a kid, and like realistically, it was just like a couple weeks ago that I realized that's what it was called. and you know, I know a lot about a lot of music, but I always pay attention to a lot of things, but that never really grabbed me as that's the name of the song.
It's funny. I listened to WXRT today, and about an hour before the show, they had played Talking Heads, and it wasn't my favorite album, which is Remain in Light, which big fan of.
What's your favorite album of all time? Is that what you told me?
It's in my top five.
In my top five. What are the other four?
It'd be The Clash, Sandinista, Led Zeppelin, Presence,
Collection,
Allman Brothers, and maybe a Yes album. Maybe, yeah, but
any Yes album?
That was a quick top five. There's no way I could do that quickly. No way.
Yeah, but it is definitely. I'm not. Yeah, and those are my
top five musicals that you love. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, I've seen Charlie with DJ No DJ. I've seen him with This Must Be the Band. I've seen him this past week, and fabulous stuff that Charlie does. And thank you for coming on the show, Charlie.
What's your next show, Charlie? We can tell people before you go.
I'm in at Old Town Pub in Wasco on the 4th. What is that? A Friday or Saturday? The 4th. I think it's a Saturday. You guys know Old Town Pub?
Yes, I've been there many a time. I haven't been there in a couple of years. Yeah.
I'm doing my suburbs tour.
Really?
I guess so. In fact, I just booked something at LaSalle again, you know, at 9th Street Pub in May, so.
Well, good. That sounds awesome, man. That sounds really good. Thank you for being part of our show, Charlie.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for doing what you do.
Entertaining us, and let's check you out, and let folks know how to get a hold of you.
Send a link to me later. I want to hear the rest of it. What I'm missing
Sure
right
thing.
now.
Sure thing. But all right, sounds good, Charlie. Have a
All
good
right, see you guys. Thank you.
Good night.
Peace, Charlie.
Awesome. Yeah. So Phil, that was pretty cool. Was that the first guest you brought on the show, other than your neighbor Maria?
No. Is it me and you? It's us.
We're still live, I think. Yeah, we're live. We're live.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get to. I'm in a small thing.
We wait for the other guests to arrive for our 5 record segment here in a little bit. We've got the
Yeah,
guests
no.
coming in from around the country, but
I can get many guests on. I can get Dolly Parton on if you want.
I tend to believe pretty much everything you tell me. So yeah, sure.
I can do whatever I want to do, but I'm lazy. But thank you, Charlie Otto, and yeah, the set he played in LaSalle and it's mesmerizing.
It's not time yet. It's not time yet. Sorry, I pushed the button too early.
It was mesmerizing how he set it up, and I said every band listen who's watching, should have a carpet on their stage, good vibe, and have a projection screen or something, a tapestry behind your set. How hard is it to do that? It makes a good vibe. I don't care what kind of music you're playing.
So you're not just looking at the guys playing all the time? You think is that part of it?
It's a vibe. It's like a candle in the wind, man. It's like not a candle in the wind. It's like it's a vibe. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing.
So we got a couple guests coming on the show next. This show's gonna move along like butter. These shows are gonna get more and more crazy and hectic as the weeks go on. This all came together in the last hour, folks. The musical guest there, our friend Charlie Otto. For some reason, I thought you were talking about Pat Otto. Okay, no, we know some Ottos. Wasn't him. So these other 2 guests said they want to come on and do records with us tonight. So we're gonna bring our friend. First, we're gonna bring our friend Jeff Black on in the room from Visalia. We've all met him before. Everybody knows Jeff. He's one of our most talented commenters in the whole feed, and biggest fans. And he's living out in the Visalia. In his hammock, just hanging back, just relaxing. All right, Jeffrey, what's up, buddy?
How you fellas doing tonight?
Doing
Hello,
real good,
Jeffrey.
man. Doing real good. So this is 3. We got to figure this out. We're going to come up with an order because it's not just going to be 3 of us. There's going to be 4 of us. So we're going to bring the 4th guest tonight that's going to be with us, or the next guest, the 4th player in the 5 record game tonight, is our friend from Colorado, Scramble Campbell, folks. We're going to see if we can get him to join the room now. This will be his first time joining the room with audio and video, we hope. So we'll see what happens. And we hear video. Awesome. And we're getting audio when he gets that going.
Hi, Scramble.
Hi.
Scramble Campbell, how are you, buddy? Good to see you, buddy.
Doing, buddy?
I'm doing well.
He's got some paintings. Look, his paintings behind him. They're like 7 foot tall, Phil.
This is pretty eclectic. Oh boy.
I watched you paint a few of those pieces. Well, welcome to the show, Scramble. Welcome to the show. This is our friend Jeff over here from Visalia, and you know Phil. You've seen him on the show before. We're all.
Hi, Scramble.
Hi, Phil.
Hello, Scramble.
Not new.
No show tonight at Red Rocks. It's kind of cold out there, huh?
Ooh.
Kind of cool out there.
Mark and Mindy. Oh yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I've actually got the suspenders, but they were from when I was 5 or 6, so they don't fit me anymore. Well, we brought you guys on the show because we wanted to do 5 records with 4 people at once to see how confused we can get at one time. You know, if you guys don't know who Scramble is, he's a painter from Colorado. If you don't know who Jeffrey is, he's a Todd Snyder fan from California. If you're not familiar with who Phil is, he paints on records, and I'm John. I do records and posters and stuff like that. And this is the Phil and John Zone. So we better get this going here. Hold on. 5 records time. Go get your records ready, guys. Woo! We're gonna come with an order here. That's just, I don't know why that one just stuck. So I like that one. It reminds me of the Ren and Stimpy show. And just on cue, right on cue, my dogs are gonna go apeshit crazy again.
We have to let the guests go first. Correct, John?
Yep, we're gonna let
right.
Scramble go first. It looks like he's already got a record out and up in the air.
What we got there?
Volume. Ooh, I know that album. Ooh, I like that artwork.
I can't guess it. You gotta. He's gonna try to make us guess it.
Oh, you can guess it. Herbie Hancock.
Oh, okay.
I can't read it. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
It's
there's
hard to read.
reading involved tonight.
Oh.
We should know. I should know that, but anyway.
Yeah, this is after Herbie was left the Miles Davis quintet. It's pretty funky.
Okay, in between albums, can I ask questions?
You can ask any question you want, Bill.
All right, Scramble. I just listened to some Blues Traveler. What's one of the good vibes that you had painting and the band was playing? What was it? A good one recently?
Recently I was on stage with them at Red Rocks. Well, in 2019, it was my 500th painting at Red Rocks Live, and that was with Blues Traveler. And Leftover Salmon opened up for him, so I was on stage for 4 hours in a row.
Very cool. Very cool.
Nice. 4 hours in a row. Was it challenging at that point, Scramble? Do you find that you will you want to finish the painting early and still have like 2.5 hours to kill? Or
No.
you just keep painting. See, that's okay. That's good. That's what I wanted to hear. All right, Jeffrey, you're up.
Am I holding it right? Okay, there we go. Chad Atkins,
Is that a bird?
Solo Flights. Oh yeah, can you see the bird?
I love
Yep.
some Chet Atkins. Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. Some pictures of Chad Atkins on the back.
So I got a question for Jeff since he always used to try to record. So you just like sit in that hammock all day, or do you actually use some tools in that toolbox, or is that just full of bongs and stuff?
Well, there's tools in there. Yes, to answer the question. Also
No,
got like I got all my power tools are down here.
John, you better get an album going, or we're gonna be out here forever.
Hey, check this out. Right above the toolbox.
Hey, that sound Griffin art? I've seen that before.
Whoa, Scrabble's going.
I gotta pick out some better records. No, this first one I've got. Okay, I'll go next, then you'll after last, Phil. My first record is this called an album of WKLO Solid Gold. It was a cool record that came out that was just to benefit a children's hospital, right? But they put all these really great tracks on there, like Canned Heat and Louie Louie and The Letter, a whole bunch of great stuff. And then inside is pictures of everybody who works at the radio station.
That is beautiful, Scrabble. Uh-huh.
Instead of the musicians, I just thought that was clever that they put pictures of like the DJ and the CEO.
Yeah, we don't know about CEOs.
You're a CEO of this show. That's why it's called. You got to be called.
All right,
Phil
this is a
John.
band called Styx. It's from my hometown outside of Chicago, and it's one of our first albums. Great artwork on the back. Dennis DeYoung and the Cats. They really rocked. If old timers would love Styx. Styx is a great band. All right.
Scrambles up.
This is Cheech and Chong record with the
Where's
Rolling
the papers? You got the papers! Woo-hoo! Which one
Oh
up?
yeah.
Yep.
I love that photograph of them on the inside too. That's such a great picture of those two. So loving.
Their movies are so cool. They're just.
Yeah, with the paper is rare because I mean you can't find it at a thrift store with the paper. You got to find somebody with almost a collector who had it with the paper. And kept
Okay,
it.
Scramble. Every time you do, what's one of the famous actors you got to meet at Red Rocks while you were painting? Who just came up to you? Anybody in particular? I don't have to be, anybody that. Wow, cool.
Wow, an actor. I think, I don't recall.
Okay.
John Prine was in a movie once. You mean?
That played music and was an actor. I'm better chance. Willie Nelson. How about that?
There you go. Yeah.
He's an actor.
That's good. Yeah, that's cool.
I had lunch with Pokey Lafarge, and now he's an actor too.
Pokey Lafarge. Yeah, I mean,
John
I mean,
movie.
Yeah, it was Jeffrey. Yeah, but it was interesting looking through all the stuff that you had sent in and going through how interesting and how many people you had met. So, and just a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing you do.
It's
All right.
I'm not looking for a new game.
I'll see you someday.
Please
All
do.
right. Yeah. Jeff's up.
You too.
You guys know this one?
Yes,
I
Pink
wish you were here,
Floyd.
man.
That one.
Floyd, wish you were here.
Got it.
All right.
That doesn't look good at all, Scramble, where that's at.
All right, Johnny.
Am I up? All right, we gotta keep this moving. All right, I got this big box set. I like these box sets. You like those, don't you, Phil, with the big boxes? But this one opens up like a board game. But it's 64 original Motown hits, man. Jackson 5 to Diana Ross to Marvin Gaye to the Edwin Starr Band to Mary Wells, My Guy, Stevie Wonder. This has got pretty much every track you ever need from the Motown collection on one collection. Now it's 4 albums, so there's 8 sides. So you got to do you got to get up and move a lot. All right, Phil, you're up.
All right, we're gonna go with. Heard him today. I put on Jose Feliciano. Unbelievable guitarist. I do believe I seen him with my parents back when I was like a kid. I do believe I did, but my parents are in a band. Yeah, fabulous stuff and great artwork on the back.
I like the drawing. Yeah, that's real nice. Show that drawing is Scramble. Show the drawing again. Oh, well, fuck. All right, you're up. All right. Scramble's up.
Oh, I'm up. Okay. The Gong Trilogy. You. Angel Egg. Gong is a 70s band. It was the first Virgin Records signed recording by Richard Branson. They were kind of like these 3 albums came out from 71 to 73. Original lineup was David Allen, Jilly Smythe, Mark Howell, Tim Blake, Steve Hillage, and they, after these albums, the lead singer David quit, and they had not reunionized since 1977. And in 2003, they played the Midway in Amsterdam, and I went there and painted it.
Nice, nice.
Wow, that's a great story. I mean, I heard the Gong. Yeah.
Gone. Yeah, 3 albums. And the beginning of Virgin Records. That's interesting.
No, that's the very first record. I mean, I have all the original pressings. All from 19.
Man, not 5 at a time. This is
You shuffle.
25 records, man.
No, they got any records. It's just the original lineup was in those 3 years. I mean, the lead guy played with like Hendrix, and he used to be a part of Soft Machine.
Yes.
Played with early Floyd and Sid Barrett.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, because that's I'm older like both you guys, and I think I'm older. Yeah, I some of the
Not
stuff
by
I
much.
like.
Oh, that's fine. Jeff, you're up, buddy.
Nice.
Son of a sailor. Yeah, that's a great
Jimmy
picture of
Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett, too.
Yes, you know.
Parrots Head come to Red Rocks? They probably come to Red Rocks, don't they?
Oh yeah.
He plays
I paid-
Red Rocks. Yeah. That's a good time crew right there. The Jimmy Buffett folks are fun, man. That's a
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
He plays the New Orleans Jazz set quite a bit, so I play it. I paid him
nice.
down.
Yeah.
Scrabble, you can do any show at Red Rocks that you choose and pick, pretty much.
No,
Okay.
there's certain
I don't know.
restrictions, not like certain promoters or, some bands don't want it, but
I had backstage passes that were real good one time at a festival, but I couldn't get backstage for Method Man. They wouldn't let me.
not
They
much.
wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me
Okay.
get on Willie Nelson's bus either. I got all the way to the door. Of Willie
Let's hear
Nelson's
the
bus.
gossip. What bands don't want you guys to do that? Let's
I
not
want
say
to
that.
paint.
No, let's
It's
not say that. Go next album. Don't say
Okay.
that.
I bet bands have asked me to turn the light off before. But then
Well,
I turned the light off
I
one
got
night.
stories too, but not
That's
as
fine. I turned the
good as
light off,
yours.
but then I put a colored bulb in that was color changing bulb. And so I painted under the color changing bulb, and that changed how I painted because the color change. Remember how the color changing light, how we started using that? But anyway, my next album is this one. Really, I like this picture of Steve Miller.
I love Steve Miller Band.
Fly Like an Eagle.
Yeah, that's a classic album.
It wasn't my turn. It wasn't my turn. Was it my turn? It was my turn.
Yeah,
Okay.
then Phil's next. Yeah.
Okay. Under Demasiated, he didn't get enough credit for all his work in the late '60s for the stuff he was doing in San Francisco. He was always on the bill. The Miller Blues Band was always on the bill back in the day. I mean, my dad was like, you got to listen to the Joker, man, over and over again for your rest of your life. So I do. But yeah, I like the Steve Miller Band, and the thoughtful photograph on the back.
Yeah, great album. I played it over and over, and I put on my Jensen coaxials and put that on over and over.
That's classic rock.
When he played Red Rocks a couple years back, I was right at the door with paint. Got him to sign it for me, and he said Steve Miller did not paint this painting.
Nice. That's cool. You let him sign the painting. What are you making? You let him sign the front of the painting?
He signed the back, the whole back.
Ideally, you have him sign the back. I mean, ideally, that'd make more sense.
No, if the paint's dry, have him sign on the front. If it's wet, then.
Yeah, I've seen your paint style before. They're probably wet paint.
Yeah, speaking of paint, what album is that?
Jay Giles Band?
You got it.
Freeze Frame.
Underrated band. Great band, Jay Giles. Back in my day, I mean, yeah. Freeze Frame is not just the only one, but great album. I love the artwork. A little Salvador Dali-ish.
That is cool art.
Yeah.
I don't think too much about the artwork on the albums. I always think about that when I would do 5 albums and we're artists. Sometimes we think about the artwork. You always think about the artwork.
We don't have enough.
Dali.
Yeah, that one looks cool. That you showed me a little piece of this one earlier. Salvador Dali with
Jackie Gleason with the cover of Jackie.
Wow, I haven't seen that one. That's pretty dope.
Dali would do a good job for just about anybody that asked him.
Right, yeah.
He worked for Chupa Chups to record albums to TV
I always liked his in-depth stuff. Yeah, just how it was simple, but yeah.
That's great. It's always important. Very interesting.
Hey, JB, you're up from California and the Hammock Kid. He's shuffling.
I'll put the hammock away. You guys gave me a hard time about the hammock. No. Hammock will come back out in a little bit.
At Belafonte Carnegie Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to that recently. It's really good.
Yeah. One of my favorites.
I got a special one for my last one, so don't forget me.
We won't forget you, Phil. It's called the Phil and Jon Zone. If it'd be called the N Jon Zone, it wouldn't be as good. The N Jon Zone.
You're funny. You're funny.
My next one is a classic. I mean, it does have a painting on the front of it. So I like the way they used to paint the artwork on for movies and albums. But this is The Sound of Music, the Von Trapp family. Kind of an ironic timing. I didn't think about it until I just now held it up to the screen that there's a country in turmoil right now today, which we don't talk about politics.
Yeah, what the hell is going on with that shit? What the hell is Russia doing?
But we don't talk about that much on the show. But for some reason, as I held this up, I thought about that for just a second. Hopefully, we don't have to deal with.
Sorry, I had to say that real quick.
Finally, awful things that happened in that the reason that they produced this album. But The Sound of Music, doe, a deer, female deer. You know what I'm talking about. And this one belonged to Darren Myers again. I got Darren Myers' collection, and every now and then in my record collection, Darren Myers albums come up. He had weird taste in music. And this one, it looked like might have been his grandma's. Or maybe it probably was, because it's that old. But I love the painting. I love when they used to have to create the artwork in painted style for the record, for the movie, or whatever it was. There weren't photographs that as easily used that back then. They don't do that as much anymore. Now, that being said, my next album's kind of a burner. But anyway, yeah. Scrambles up. No, it's Phil's up.
Phil's up.
Oh.
Phil's up. Phil's
Okay.
last tonight. He's special tonight.
Cool. Oh, okay, cool. Mark Lanigan, who passed away. We got an album. Got a couple of them. Mark Lanigan, and I'm a big fan of his avant-garde music. He played with Screaming. He started grunge, believe it or not, back in the 70s in Seattle, I do believe. Mark Lanigan, a great book. he played with Screaming Trees and Queens of the Stone Age, and Mark Lanigan just passed away. So that's Mark Lanigan. Great album. Good stuff. We're gonna play some stuff tonight.
I listened to Screaming Trees this week. I definitely listened to that this week. That was important stuff. Yeah.
Just very different music. Most people don't like. Say, you get goosebumps if you don't. Yeah.
Well, that song, the "Nearly Lost You" song was important for a moment in time, during that grunge moment, and it was a song that already existed whenever that music all got popular. "Nearly Lost You" by the Screaming Trees was already there, cemented and ready to go. When all that other stuff got popular around it, and they got pulled up in the sweep of all the Seattle stuff. That's what I saw anyway.
Yeah, how eclectic, John. But right behind you is the Screaming Tree. Right behind you, I see it right there. The yellow. I want that painting. The yellow tree is behind you. Yeah. Put that Screaming Tree. Yeah. No, the tall pines. I like that. Screaming Trees.
Yellow sky today. Screaming Trees. Yeah, Mark Lanigan, rest in peace, folks.
Good stuff, man.
Yep. Way to bring it to the table. All right, now Scramble, you're up, bud. And I think Phil will prepare a question for him as he's showing his album.
Oh, a question.
I put him on the spot because it always makes him he's that pretty good.
When you painted live painting, how many brushes do you use?
Probably about 5.
5?
Yep. But I use these 5 as a lot too.
He uses his hands a lot.
Okay.
If you've seen that before,
yep.
It's a very interactive sport with him. Hands, clothes, whatever's coming
Sport.
at him. Yeah, sport. Go sports. We just did the sports section, folks. But do you use a fan brush?
No.
No, you don't use a fan brush. You use bigger brushes?
Yeah, I was going to say something about that.
Did you never use a fan
Here's
brush?
a bouquet.
Yeah, I've got bouquets.
What's your buddy brush? Do you have a buddy brush?
Kind of like.
Yeah, nice. Yep. Cool. Yeah, see? I bring like 70 brushes with me in my backpack, and I use about 4 of them when I paint.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. I just recently moved into all primary colors, though, so I only bring primary colors with me. Anyway, go ahead, Scramble. You're up.
Talking Heads.
Speaking of which, man, that's right. This must be the band.
Oh,
The great Howard Finster cover.
That's a great album cover, yeah.
Scramble, did you get to check out Charlie play earlier?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, he's in a great band out of Chicago called This Must Be the Band.
I was rocking, man.
Yeah, he plays David Byrne and he plays, yeah.
That was 2 questions.
Did you guys get a chance to see the Utopia?
No. I saw it coming through, but haven't bought the bullet on that one yet.
Todd Rundgren, one of my bucket lists. King Crimson, Utopia. There's certain
when David Byrne came by.
David Byrne's got a thing called Utopia.
Yeah, he did that thing when there's no amps, there's no mic stands, nothing.
Yeah, see, I'm not going to get into. I got to get into it.
How big is the room he's playing to?
I'm old and finicky. I can't see it. That doesn't tickle my fancy.
Is it like is it acoustic acapella totally or without?
No. It's just they carry their instruments on them. It's all with a mic is inside and right in their mouth. There's nothing on stage. It's just the band. The painting's in your book, Phil.
Yeah, I got the book, and I'm trying to. What am I supposed to do with the calendar? My girlfriend wants to frame the calendar and the book and the stickers, and I want to use it. Why save something? But it's so.
Why save it? Just use it.
It's a journal.
Exactly.
I'm journaling the show in my calendar.
Nice.
This is my anniversary where you had a heart, so I drew on a little bit.
Hey, John, when is our date to see a Scramble in Colorado? We have to September. After
We'll put it in the hopper for things I want to do next.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Jeffrey's up now. Jeffrey out in Los Angeles, he's up next. Oh, that's a good album.
Willie Nelson
Speaking of Willie Nelson.
that's a great photo right there. Yeah.
Willie's always a good time. Still to the last time I saw him, which was been 6 or 7 years ago now, a really good show to see. If you get a chance to see Willie Nelson, you have to jump on it, man. Especially now. But
Hey, Scramble, what's the next show you're going to paint?
I'm going to paint the record company and Fruition.
Nice.
That's a
Yeah,
double
Look
record
how
header.
nice
yeah.
and sunny it is out there now. Look at him. Okay, my next record this week we had something happen. My friend Todd.
Oh,
he
you got
picked
a
up
pool?
He's
What
got
is
a pool.
that?
He jumps in the pool sometimes on the show, dude.
I don't remember
Uh,
everything.
Our good friend Todd Snyder out in Nashville. He had
What's his name?
picked up a magazine. Todd
I
Schneider.
heard of him.
He picked up a magazine this weekend, and it had a bunch of top 20 lists in it. The top 20 country albums. He was number one, and it was the album that I put the art together for on. I was complaining earlier about people using like a photograph on the album cover, but he wanted me to do it, so you do whatever Todd wants. But so this was number one in some magazine's top country albums from last year. And what was strange is all the other albums on the list were really good albums, like Sturgill Simpson and a couple other records I really dig. Never would have pegged myself for a big country fan, but you just never know where you'll end up in life, you know. But the Todd Snyder First Agnostic Church of Hope and Wonder, it's really the only church there is. I got to help him with the artwork on that. Just lay it out. It's like a big puzzle. And it's funny because you had your thing earlier where you showed that there was
You
a
know what
paper.
would be
There was a rolling paper inside of your in your thing, and this actually is a rolling paper. There's the gums at the top, and you can see the ribbing throughout the background of the image. And it's got a fold in the middle where the rolling
Nice.
paper was folded. So we used the rolling paper for the inside of Todd's album too,
Fantastic.
conceptually speaking.
it'd be great if we didn't have stuff and we just met and hung out, and that'd be a beautiful thing. I think we could all hang out. I mean,
We didn't have jobs and stuff, or what do you think? What are you saying?
jobs. What is jobs?
You're right. I can relate to that.
No,
Never mind. Jeffrey has a job. He works pretty hard.
no, he doesn't. He swims in the pool.
Oh, I took vacation
He
today.
builds castles. I know.
Hey, check this. You guys,
Fruition.
let me show you this table real quick. I finished. You guys see that?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Is that golden treasure from where you live? Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's nice, Jeffrey. That's nice, man. Me and Jeffrey met on the watching all the Todd Snyder shows. Basically, how me and Scramble started talking too was all the Todd Snyder stuff that was going on throughout the pandemic, and that's how we
I
started.
got a good project coming up on Todd Snyder.
That's what you were saying, yeah. That's what you were saying. Something big. Something big. is
Hey,
gonna happen.
Scramble, have you met Todd before?
Yes.
Okay.
What
Just
are you
wondering.
trying to say, Phil?
Well, yeah. Well, John, inside story, John's did some artwork for him, the album, for 10 years, and never met Todd before, so
It's overrated.
Yeah, well, now the anticipation.
he
is
might be
too
watching the show, but I guess.
great. Probably not. I love his writing. I love his songs. I'm never just kind of.
We tried to tell Cody last week. I mean, Cody
No,
played with them.
at last year when he did all the albums in a row, he did all those albums in a row.
Yeah.
I did a painting with incorporated part of the album art with my own art of him painting live, and it's coming out later this year.
Good. Yeah.
No, all the albums.
all the live stuff, right, from the live stuff from the show, right, that he's releasing the actual recording, because it was also good. It was amazing.
Okay, but I'm the cover of all of them.
Well, good. No, they haven't hit me up about that. Well, we'll
Okay, Scramble. Inside, no one's listening right now. Just us three. What's the best thing backstage? You got to go. Any band you got to that really you were happy to see and meet, or anybody? I mean, you're at Red Rocks. I mean, come on. Lou Reed.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so I got
knew that right away. All right, cool.
So I was on my way to see him play in New York, and I was the day before. I was inside of the hotel room, and I had a small canvas. So there was a documentary about him. So I did a whole painting about the documentary of all different stages of his life. It was just the day before, and I was going to paint him that next day, and I was backstage, and I had the little painting, and I just saw Lou standing over in the corner smoking a cigarette, and I went up to him and I said, "Hey Lou, I got to speak to him. I said, hey, you used to, play at Andy Warhol's parties and be the musicians at an artist party. Well, I'm going to be painting your portrait tonight, and I'm doing it in reversal where I'm going to be painting you, and I'll bring the painting back to show you at the end of the show. But this is a painting that I did. I showed it to him, and I asked him if he'd sign it, and it's like this crystal clear autograph right on the front of his chest. It's hanging in my studio upstairs.
See, that's awesome. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
He's very important in the art scene, in the art live music, art connected to music scene. Really, when you think about it,
Yeah.
those greatest artists ever of all time came out of that moment in history. You know, basically right around that time.
Well, it's right in the 60s. 60s is when there was more collaboration with the artists and musicians. We're showing all these album covers, and that's really the
Right.
genesis that what was going down is that, you know, that used to be part of the feeling of the album. You would, you know, read all the lyrics, listen while you're listening to it, and
This was art right here.
You know, the artist was, you know, yeah, there you go.
Well, and you had that much more surface to work with an album.
So simple but
all
meaningful.
that space
Yeah.
to do stuff with, you know.
But let that he used to, Andy Warhol used to do the light show and shit like that in the 60s with Nico, and it was a collaboration inside there.
Right.
Basically they were you know,
Big
Velvet
fan of
Underground
Patti
was their band.
Smith. A big fan of Patti Smith. That CBGB era. That was artsy. I call it fartsy, but it was not artsy fartsy. It was real art. Like my grandpa, if you know, it was like that, having a cigarette on the couch and being artsy fartsy. It was eclectic, and it was that and it should be back there. Anyway.
Well, no, it came to everything shrunk down. It was like a CD was next, and it took that element out of it, you know. And that's where you see some of the, you know, it's just and we're doing the live painting. It's just bringing that two forms together again.
Yeah. People, I find that people have very good. People react really well to it. They enjoy it to see us paint, to work on something just right in front. They're not expecting that when they're at the concert. That's for sure. And you're not going to get everybody's attention. But the people that do check it out, they get it, they enjoy it. You know, they get something out of it. It feels like, you know, it's fun. You know, and it's fun to paint in front of people and just do it. I find I get a really good big thrill out of it. I feel just doing it, and seeing what happens. You know, Finger Monster Theater. Oh, shit. Anyway, Phil, you said you had a real good finale record for this whole show tonight.
I did. It was the Mark Lanigan one.
Okay, well, you did that at number 4. But anyway, that's 5 records. Don't go anywhere. Gotta play the outro. Finger Monster Theater, Finger Monster, Finger Puppets. There's a song called Finger Monster.
One last one. Let's drink wine and talk shit.
Nice.
No, so you got, I guess Red Rocks is off the docket for the winter time. What do you do during the winter? Scramble, do you travel or do you do indoor stuff?
Who, me?
Scramble Campbell. No, I know you. I talked to you before.
I do this kind of shit.
Oh, thanks. Holy crap! Look at all that.
Peace.
Jeffrey, thank you, buddy, for being part of the show. Really good to see you, man.
Thank you. Nice meeting you, Scramble. And good
thanks for being the best
John.
fan we've ever had, Jeff. Always good to see you, buddy.
See ya.
Yep. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you're there. I see it. Yeah, these are great canvases. They're big. Is that the stuff you were doing last year when we were at home?
Yep.
Yep. Incredible stuff, man. Incredible. Oh, there's that Jeff piece. Man, that's incredible, Scramble. Did you do his face that night?
No, it's a photograph.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Incorporated into the painting. That's the one you painted that night, right?
Well, that's a print of it. Somebody bought the other one. The
Good.
original.
Good.
See, there's the Todd Snyder album cover. That little 45.
Yep.
Well, it's a part of the whole thing.
That was when we did with the REM song and
Yeah.
Freebird. It's a great album. It's right before he
That
played
is
Freebird.
amazing.
At the end of Freebird, he says, "I wrote that."
What the heck?
Yeah, this is some stuff that Scramble's been painting, man. This is, he gets
Yeah, that's what I do when I'm not painting at concerts.
Yeah.
That is.
You paint every day, Scramble? Try to?
I try to do something.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you listen to music while you're painting?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Do you paint in the? Wow.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah. Friend of mine around here, he has a video production company called Small Batch Sessions. He was on the show with us last week. He's working on he wants to eventually make into some sort of documentation of the current festival scene.
Mhm.
In the Midwest here in Illinois, we have we have dozens of festivals that happen throughout the year all over Illinois, and everybody's throwing one every weekend. Sometimes there's 2 or 3 a weekend, but there's a whole scene that's built up around it, as you might understand, being stuck in the music scene as long as you have been. But he's always looking for interesting people to talk to about what our scene means and what it is basically. Is this whole microcosm of humanity that we live for music, and we go from place to place to enjoy music. And somebody like you and I, who have done our artwork around it, have rotated our artwork around it, and Phil, all of us. I don't know. It's just interesting. He's looking for people to talk to, though. I might have to have him talk to you at some point, though, and just get if you talk to him.
I play well with others.
Yeah, you seem to so far. I'm flustered. I'm gonna eat another gummy bear, Phil. I have to make a checklist. Phil, what's your next question?
That Laura's got to take my dog out because it's pissing me off, and Laura brought me some little gummy thing.
Because of a scramble. So where'd he get his little finger?
You never seen it?
I put on this tie-dye jacket today, and it was in my pocket from New Year's Eve 2019 with leftover salmon.
That's a great item to find.
You never know what's going to be in your pockets after a leftover salmon show.
I love it.
Yeah, Vince has
This
been on our
was
show.
in there too.
Yeah, Vince has been on our show 2 or 3 times.
Mary McCheese button.
Mary McCheese, yep. Yeah, leftover salmon. That was talking about meeting Lou Reed. We were standing outside the show, and my brother had a joint to light. And we only had one joint, and they just played their first set, and first time that we got to see them together. And Joe was getting ready to light that joint, and I said, "Give it just a couple minutes, And then we see Vince walk out the door like 100 yards away from us. And I said, "Light it now." And we'll just light it right now. And he lit it. And within, before he got the first drag off the joint, Vince was standing right next to us and shaking our hands and introducing himself to us.
Nice.
Apparently it was a dry time of the year out there, I think. It was going on, maybe. And he found us from way across the parking lot and beelined us. And that's how I met Vince the first time, man. But he's been a buddy for years. He's a good person, man.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yep,
I met him outside of Tipitina's one night during Jazz Fest, and I painted a painting of them. We were actually going. I painted a painting of Leftover the night before, and then I met him the night after that at a Dr. John show outside. We were smoking a joint too.
Yeah, Dr. John and Dr. John, Vince Herman joint, Tipitina's. You can't beat that one, I don't think. Yeah. Where'd you meet Vince at, Phil?
Many John Hartford, Chicago, Shoe Fest.
Phil does the thing with the records, so everywhere he goes, he kind of does the same thing where he shows the artist the record, and they're getting to meet all these artists, and they enjoy it, and then they take it on their tour bus, and they put them on stage with them.
Yeah, Scrabble seen my work. I just painted on a record, but I do other stuff. I do woodwork and other stuff. But it was nice to have Vince and John Jay from John Jay, possibly the manager from Day One.
John Joy. John Joy.
Yeah. John Jay, Jojo. Yeah.
So I'll ask you the same question I asked everybody, Scramble. You were on the show before, and we talked about favorite music, maybe. But anyway, your favorite band to paint for is, do we think?
That was a bad question.
Without putting it right to leftover salmon again, I wouldn't.
That was bullcrap.
Well, no, there's all kinds of people I like for different reasons and stuff like that.
I wouldn't put you on the spot then. All right, what was your very first Grateful Dead song that you liked?
Grateful Dead song would be Dancing in the Streets, probably.
Nice. All right.
You can go back, Scramble, in the last 5 years, and what concert you want to go back to and paint again?
How about ones I missed? There's been plenty that I've got. There's been plenty at Red Rocks that I just didn't know who the hell they were. when they were playing, but and then I find out later who they are, you know. But I could have been there and painted them early, you know, like Coldplay and Bruno Mars and Daft Punk, and there's a list of people that I didn't know who they were at the time. They're just out of my genre.
Speaking of fruition, I was at a festival one time and I skipped their set because their name made me think they were another DJ on the list, so I didn't go to their set. And then found out later that they were like one of my favorite bands in my ear. I didn't know the name of their band.
Yeah,
Nice.
they played at Shoe Fest. I've done artwork. They know me from Mountain artwork. And unfortunately, my girlfriend and her friend Nancy Fine went to Red Rocks, and you weren't painting that night for camp. About
Camp?
a year ago. Camp
What?
and
I don't know who
Trampled
can't
by
see.
Turtles.
Okay, I know them. I painted them before there. I painted Trampled by Turtles, but not Camp. I didn't know who the Camp is.
I see. Well,
So.
yeah. So what's your next big thing you got going on? What's your next show? What's your next event? What next thing you're gonna paint other than that Todd thing we'll talk about later? But
I'm doing a lot of archiving right now. Like I just got all my when I came out to Colorado in 2000, I bought this in the mid 90s. I bought half a tractor trailer truck and I put it on my property in Florida. And I used to have a t-shirt company that used to be able to store everything that I painted. They went out of business, so I had to put all my stuff inside this storage thing. So I popped them all up to stretcher frames and put them in this basically a tractor trailer truck, and have left it for 20 years.
wow.
So I just got the contents brought out here. So I've been going through stuff that's
Some of that
30 to 35 years ago painting, you know.
Been sharing some good memories of stuff that I've been seeing that was recently.
So it's taken a lot of time to do that.
Sure. What do we do with that kind of stuff when you have stuff that's positive all the time? You're trying to archive it.
Yeah, some of it's quite damaged. Some of it I just never put up. You know, it wasn't band specific. You know, it was, and that's generally how I cataloged all the stuff. But it's a lot of paintings that are like I said, 30 years old.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, bring it to Tom Dean's gallery in Chicago. He's got a gallery.
Yeah, he's
I
never
mean,
open.
I'm joking, but I'm not joking.
Yeah, there's always spaces we'd love to have Scramble come do anything that we do. It'd be fun. Or end up there at Red Rocks with you one of these days. We will. We'll either walk up behind you or we'll tell you we're coming.
Yeah, we'll have to do a show sometime where we do the albums, and then when you're putting an album out, and then we can pull a painting of that artist.
Yeah, I'm sure. He's gonna show us something else now that
Because these are all the other nights that I haven't got.
Oh,
I try to familiarize people with who Scramble Campbell is, folks. If you're not sure exactly what you're checking out,
need a gallery.
Scramble Campbell's a live artist, been painting for a long, long time, many years, as long as I've been going to concerts, and he's been going to them too. But he's been painting the whole time, and he has got a nice gallery catalog looking of stuff here. And you say you try to you organize.
Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, so we'll do a show where we just pull paintings out, John.
Sure. Yeah. Why? How?
You can't put that in the shelves. You got to display that stuff.
No, you've got 50 shows waiting to go right there. Different. Yeah, it's crazy. It's not crazy. It's amazing.
Oh no, that's pretty crazy.
And maybe
It's
a little bit
crazy.
of both. It's a mixture of both. As from one painter to another painter to another painter. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. And then hopefully our story, your story gets told. As an artist, I always think about that sometimes, about the story getting told later, and what, that's why you're archiving this stuff. You're going through all this art and remembering it's there. Yeah, it blows my mind.
Right now, like that book, I'm writing all the stories that goes with the, with the paintings now. So.
Right. So you got, basically, you can paint whenever you need to, and you got the rest of your life trying to organize all the stuff you've made.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But it's so fun, isn't it, John?
It is fun. It's fun. I'm getting ready to go through the last stack of like 100 drawings to make another coloring book pretty soon. So it's fun to it is fun. It's unbelievable fun. Can't think of anything better I'd want to do, honestly. So,
No, I'm not looking for a new gig.
Nah, me neither. No, I'm looking for summer.
How about spring?
Or spring at least. Yeah, I'm looking for springtime. I'll be happier when that gets here. But isn't that, yeah. No, I hadn't painted like a week, and I hadn't painted at all for like a week. And I got up this morning and painted all day and did the work that's behind me. Started doing some stuff, some more trees and things, and experiment with the yellow sky today. See what that felt like. It's cold here and
I like
it's
it.
snowing and gray and mushy. Yeah.
Is anybody watching us?
I forgot that we're on live. I forgot we're live. I haven't looked at the comments for like an hour.
I don't believe we're live either, so that's fine. I'm enjoying myself.
I don't think we are. It says
I don't care.
We're not
I
dead.
don't mind.
We might not be alive, but we're dead.
You got that right.
It says somewhere we're still live. Anyway, let's try. It's working. Yeah, if you're out there watching, folks, thanks for tuning in. Laura Boyne's watching. She's the one doing all the commenting. People are watching. People are always watching. You can watch it later. I put it on YouTube. People can check it out.
Every time I go upstairs, even though I can see you upstairs, she's like, "You got to go down."
Yeah. We could do. We should. It would be kind of fun to do sometime. That'd be kind of a silly thing, but like we could do a Phil and John show, and Scramble could paint our show.
There you go.
You know.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Get here, Bugs.
Yeah. 100th show's coming up in a few weeks, folks, in March 20 something or other.
Let's do it.
My calendar.
Yeah.
Hey, that might be a good one. The 100th show, John.
March 25th. I've worked on some pretty.
March
big
25th.
We'll see how the big guests pan out. You know, not that all the guests aren't big, but to see that as
You paint live, Scramble paints live, and I'll do an album live. Let's do it.
Do you
There you
know
go.
now, Scramble? Do you know like where everything is in there?
Yeah, it's in here.
I'll be right back.
I got the same space around me right now. This is all in here still. There's a pile over there. There's some books down here. There's a canvas over there. You know.
Well, there are a lot of rolled up ones too that I don't even know what they are.
Wow. And those could be hit or miss.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel sorry for the people that come in after you are gone. Yeah, endless. So where were you? Did you see Tool somewhere, or was that just you were just listening to them that night? You went and saw them somewhere.
Oh no, I went and saw them.
Where they play at?
They play at the basketball stadium here.
Sure. That's what I figured. A big place like that, fun.
I don't paint in the basketball stadium, so I have like a friend of mine is a Tool fan, so he buys my ticket to the Tool shows, and then I just do a little drawing in the show,
Nice.
and then I give it to him for the ticket.
Was the drawing of that like kind of pen and ink thing that you showed me? It was like a pen.
No, that was afterwards. I was listening to him on YouTube and did the drawing. I did a series of soul screens of them last week, and so it was all three of them. I did 50 of the 2 live shows and 50 of the drawing too.
That's awesome. That's crazy. That's production there, buddy. Because I'm still processing the image in my head, and you've already got it printed.
Yeah, no, it's a brilliant mind moving in multiple directions and
You have to be
winning chicken dinner.
Anybody can make art and be an artist and create stuff, but to be able to take it and then make it some people want, and then I don't know. You've got to market it a little bit. You have to market it. You know,
Yeah, 100%.
No, there's that part of the gig. You know, people don't realize it's not about them painting shit.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we appreciate you coming in from the cave there, Scramble, and talking out and hanging with us tonight. It's really good to see you and meet you semi in person.
Oh, look at this one. The Zambiland Orchestra.
Nice. Is that from the '70s show?
This is from
Before that?
2001 at the Variety Playhouse.
Awesome. Wow. Nice.
but it's signed by everybody on the back of it. John Cowan, Jeff Austin, Ty North, the Count de Butte, Colonel Bruce Hampton, Chuck Lavelle, Enrico Scott, Kofi O'Teal, Colonel Lincoln Metcalf, Ike Stubblefield, Todd Smalley, Jimmy
I know Ike
Herring,
Stubble. Yeah.
Vince Herman.
Ike Stubblefield, I got to meet him with Joe Marcinek band. He played with Stevie Wonder.
Oh yeah, he's a badass.
Yeah, he passed away recently. But yeah, I can imagine all the stuff. Yeah. I have a lot of signed stuff, but it's not because it's signed, but I get memories. Like that Ike Stubblefield, or just good memories of stuff.
Yeah, that's why some of them they're kind of your T-shirt of the show. You don't really get rid of them, you know. I got a lot of those from like Jazz Fest and stuff that I don't care if I sell them or not.
Yeah, I'm a big Jazz Fest guy.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to sell my autographs. I've got stuff, and recently we discovered that we had some Billy Strings autographs that were pretty early stuff that everybody would go crazy for now. But why would you try to sell something like that for me? It would be silly.
Yeah, I mean, I still want autographs. Not can I have your, but can you sign? Yeah.
You always have to sign the record. I met Ike Willis for free. I didn't ask him to sign anything though.
I met James Brown.
Nice. I met Chris Novoselic.
Man, you're old.
I met Chris Novoselic and Dave Grohl and Kurt Cobain.
Yeah. Wow.
Cool. Very briefly.
Well, it's always briefly.
Yeah, of course, yeah. We lost his picture, but now he's gone back to Radio Scramble.
I met Prince.
Yeah, but it's 420.
I met Prince.
I understand. You met Prince, so we've all met somebody that's fantastic in life. I'm sure you know.
Absolutely.
420. What time?
I found that
I forgot you're in a different time zone.
All the artwork that I do for the bands that I work with, they all appreciate the artwork that you do, and you get to meet these people, and then they end up becoming your friends, and they're good people, sure. And then we're just helping people, and we're all working together, and that's whenever, like we talked about in the beginning, about in the '60s how it was connected. And you had the artists working with the musicians, and then in the '70s and the '80s, in New York, you had the artists and musicians working together in that big scene that grew up, and both of them fed each other. But you couldn't have done. You wouldn't. I don't think that Velvet Underground would have had the same image without the banana. Maybe there's some things that wouldn't have grabbed the same way without the way the artist was portraying the musicians.
Right. Don't we try to do the same thing, John, in our little goofy vibe at our little mini festivals that we do?
Well, we do that. We support all the bands that play around us, and that's what we do. The way they're doing it. I mean,
we're goofballs to the day we die. Scooby.
Yeah. It's a big dog party, folks. It's a big dog party. My daughter just got home. That means the dogs are going to go crazy for just a minute.
All right, John. I'm taking off.
All right, buddy. Thanks you so much.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, we'll talk soon.
Thank you, Scramble.
Thanks, Phil. We'll see you soon.
Much love, man.
Bye-bye.
Wow. Good show, Phil, so far. Don Bubbles is in the waiting room.
Is he really? Tell him I got to have a cigarette.
We're going to take a few minutes, Don, if you're listening. We're going to take just a couple minutes to fresh our breasts. And we'll be right back. Don, give me just a minute, buddy. Put on my new sweater before we bring Don in the room here. Oops. I'm not too good with my audio there, folks. Don, if you're there, if you want to come in, we're ready for you now, bud. Sorry to make you wait there, bud. We had that interview going on pretty good there for a minute. It was really good to talk to our good friend Scramble, but I got a little bit starstruck there. He's somebody I look up to for sure. And on that note, he's bubbling. Look at my new outfit I got, Don. Don Bubbles, what's up?
What up? Oh, wait a minute.
I'm wearing my green screen sweater tonight. That didn't look good. The video doesn't look good at the end.
Let me look.
How are you, buddy? What's going on?
What's up?
Sorry to keep you waiting so long. Our buddy Scramble was talking our ears off and showing us around the studio. And it was surely not a bad thing. It was good to see him.
All right.
What are you up to?
Well, this is a new computer, so I'm fucking trying to figure it out real quick. So, but we got this. We got this.
Is that a wire hanging out of your ear?
Thanks.
Or you got like a little pony? You got a rat tail?
Oh, it's great.
Do you have a rat tail?
What's a rat tail?
Oh, it's coming off.
No, it's.
Coming off your mask.
I don't have any hair on top of my head. You know that. I'm bald, dude.
It looks good.
Been bald for a minute.
So it's the only way I've ever known you, to be honest. I didn't. Did you have long hair at some point in your life? Not that. That's not what we're going to talk about tonight.
I did. I had hair down to my ass at one point. One length. Little side things, you know, where you wash your hair.
What's Bubbles been doing, man?
I haven't been doing any bubbles. It's cold. It's
too cold. They're
freaking
frozen.
cold. It's winter.
Yeah, I agree.
So, unfortunately, but I do actually have my first. I have my first gig next Friday. So
Nice.
I'm doing something for the downtown. It's called DDI. It's downtown. What does it stand for? Downtown Danville Initiative, I think. Something like that. Anyway, they have a glow color run thing where they're going to take the street and actually kill all the white lights, and they're putting black lighting in. And they got this big glow thing that's going to happen. And they reached out, and I was like, yeah, I said, that would be pretty cool, actually. So hopefully the weather cooperates, and I can get some bubbles flying down the street with the black lights. And with the black lighting, it should look pretty cool. Hey, we need to set up a meeting.
Hey, Mr. Bubbles. Hi, Don. Cheers.
There's definitely going to be a meeting. We need to talk about some things pretty soon, Don. We need to figure out summer plans.
Well, I have news. I have news for the two of you. So, Blue Ox is on.
They like us. They want us to come back.
You are part of the crew. So,
All right.
Blue Ox is in. Same as last year.
Okay.
We'll probably set it up a little differently. We should have the same amount of space.
Okay.
I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I've got something I got to take care of with a pine tree when I first get there. I brought my chainsaw. I'm bringing my chainsaw.
Is it still hanging in the tree?
You know, we're going to take care of that.
Take the tree down.
I'm never not going to be angry at that tree. It ruined almost a third of my, actually half.
No, it ruined the festival for you. That was really hard to watch. That was really hard to watch.
That makes me really happy, and whatever you want to do, we will follow your lead.
Yeah, I think I look forward to that one.
No. What I'm thinking is pretty much the same decide that we did last year, the same thing we did last year. I mean, I go in the same day, we go in Wednesday, stay up all night partying, have a good time, you know. Oh, wait a minute,
Right.
that was me.
I want to do a little bit better backstage, how we had it, where we camped. You guys did a lot more of the food. I'll bring more for that in the campsite you guys got if you want.
Nice.
Well,
I have a trailer.
yeah. See, well, the problem was normally where we set up or we camp. When we first got there, you remember all those cars that were parked, like right when you walk to the back to the left, like right by the fencing area and all of that, like right by the porta potties kind of. Well, that's normally where we set up our little area. And they had all those cars because there were those performers that weren't performing until Saturday night, which I never even saw because I was passed out in a tent on Ativan because I was in pain, you know. And
We are live, Don.
Scramble, your phone's
We are
still
live.
on. And Scramble's phone's still on, too.
Well, I'm
I
just
think
saying,
left the
I
room,
was.
Scramble, just so you know if you
Hey,
can
I had
hear
a
us.
nurse with me.
Hey, little man.
I had a nurse with me.
What's up, bud?
She was taking care of me.
Hey, little
I had a
bubba.
pine cone destroy my eyeball.
Yes, I remember.
Ativan was the best thing I needed.
So when we get this,
That was it.
we're gonna scout it out, man.
It was
We're
not
putting
funny,
nothing of-
but
No, it's not funny, but we're putting nothing of Don's under any freaking pine trees this year. We're pushing it across the road if we have to.
Yeah. No. Wait till you see the helmet. I have a full face mask helmet that I'm wearing the entire festival.
Like a space helmet.
Hey, here's my son. See my son?
Hey, Scramble's back. Hey, son, what's happening there?
That's my son, Shaw.
Hey, Shaw, we met you before. Nice to see you, Shaw.
You say hi to John?
Hi,
Philip.
Josh.
Yeah,
Scramble's still on.
Sorry,
Shaw.
Scramble. Scramble came back on. Here's Don.
Backstage. They're backstage helping catering. It's gonna take care of the green room.
No, but what I'm
awesome.
thinking,
That's
what I'm
basically an
thinking is
outfit.
going into next year. Yeah, we're Blue Ox is on, baby. It's on.
All right.
So what I would like to do is so I've been kind of hidden for the past month or so. Kind of been just here, not really promoting, not really doing anything, just kind of like finding my own way for a minute. Yeah, I got a birthday on Sunday. It's kind of hitting me a little bit hard. I turned 50.
Oh my God.
I know, right?
Oh man,
Were you on a 12-day cleanse or something?
we're close in age.
No, I'm not on a 12-day cleanse like Brett Favre or whatever his
I'm
name
worried
is.
about getting
Or
old.
Aaron
God.
Rodgers?
No, I'm not worried about getting old. I'm 50. So
Yeah.
hell, I didn't think I'd make it to 40, let alone 50.
You know, I'm turning 60 on July 31st. So put it that way, young
You
man.
don't look a day over 59, Phil.
Well,
And you don't look over 38.
Yeah. Can't wait to give you a hug, Don.
39.
Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait to meet up. But there's a couple other events that I really want to get solid with. Hartford. I want in Hartford. And I know you sent me the information of the gentleman,
I
but
told him
I'm
about
going
you.
to. I need to go back and find it because I've been,
Find
like I
yourself
said,
first.
nonchalant about it. I think we're a good fit, and I really think that we need to come in. And I think
Excited about it. You guys talk to each other. We'll figure that out.
Yeah. And you guys, what are you guys doing Memorial Day weekend?
Preparing for Hartford. I
What
don't
are we
usually-
doing that
Hartford.
weekend?
I don't
Memorial
usually do
Day
anything that
weekend.
weekend because of that. It's the weekend before Hartford.
Yeah, you can't go to
Hartford
Frankfurt
is
because.
Hartford the next weekend?
Wait
Yeah.
a minute.
Is
Wait
it
a
the
minute.
first
Wait a
weekend in
minute.
June?
Yep.
What
It's
about
always the weekend
Frankfurt
after
Bluegrass
November.
Festival?
Oh, they reached out to me. We're back there too.
I haven't
All
talked to
right,
them
you're
yet.
back there. All right, we'll be there too.
I need to send
Yeah,
a message.
well, Brooke, you know Brooke.
Right.
Yeah.
Brooke said that you guys camp at her yard. She invited me to camp with you.
Yeah, not necessarily our yard. We had like our own suite.
Well, whatever. You know.
All right.
So what's Mr. Bubbles trying to lock? What's Don trying to lock into?
What?
I'm not logging
We're
in
locking
either.
in, and then the weekend before Blue Ox is when I'm having my party, which is going to be in Decatur. Omar came out last year.
Right. So the weekend before Blue Ox.
That's the weekend right before Blue Ox. Yeah.
The weekend before Blue Ox. What's the dates again on your solstice?
Like
What's
June
your solstice
17th.
dates?
I think it's 17th, 18th. Whatever weekend that is.
And that is it's the weekend before Blue Ox, and it's also the weekend after Hartford, correct?
Yep. And then Rumpke Mountain Boys are going to do a 2-day. This is like an unofficial announcement. I won't say, but they're going to do a 2-day festival over at Mechanicsburg. I think right around the end of July. There's a lot of stuff. I haven't even started putting all of it on the calendar yet. But sometime in July, I'm going to be gone for the middle of July. So
Yeah, July, August, September is going crazy. I'm trying to think of something in May. There's a couple things in Wisconsin that are really happening. Is Mountaintop Music Festival. There's a lot of stuff
We'll get down
that
to
Wisconsin bands are having. Wise Fest stuff like up there. So I'll reach out to you guys. Jam
Well,
for Jam. Jam for
Are
Jam.
you two going to be at Sugar Creek?
No,
in April.
In April?
It depends. Yeah, it depends on the weather and what's going on.
too far for me. You guys are down there.
I'll
Now
probably
I'm going
do
up
it.
this way.
I'm going to do at least one Sugar Creek this year. I didn't do the Fall Festival last year, so I'd like
Oh.
to do both of them, but it just depends on what we have planned otherwise. It's right around my daughter's birthday. It's a good gig, though, so I can't really walk away from it.
Love you down.
You know, so a lot of stuff coming up. That's a crazy summer we can just start talking about just in the
Man,
moment.
it's coming up quick.
It is coming up quick. It is coming. I mean, I leave for Texas in 3 weeks. So
I know. I see all this Texas stuff. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good music festivals down there.
it's a drive. It's a drive, and
I know. Well,
it's a haul. But
we're gonna have
they take
we're
care
gonna
of
have
it down there.
we're gonna have 2 vehicles in a minute. Laura's getting a new vehicle, so I'll have
I
another.
won't have a
vehicle.
trailer at Blue Ox this year. I'm not going to do that again in my car. It was too
Yeah,
much.
you and me, man,
So it'd be me and Phil.
or whatever. I mean,
John, do you
I don't think
want
the trailer. I don't think the trailer was an issue though. Really.
yeah,
For driving it was.
it was. I had a heart attack. No, it
was
didn't
a heart
happen.
attack. Every
No, it didn't
20
happen.
miles was a heart attack. The car would do this.
Hey, John,
Hey, I
you gonna go-
didn't mean for this to turn into a meeting between the three of us on your Phil and John Zone.
I know. I know.
This
It's
is
not a
an
good
announcement.
meeting.
That was an
About-
announcement.
We should be talking about other stuff, you know, like
Yeah, I know.
like my art I've been doing. You want to see some art?
Yes,
Yes, you are. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna grab
Hey,
some.
you're not in the show. Go with that. She's right there. I like when she's pouty faced. I like that. Elvis Costello.
You see it?
Yeah, I do.
You see what it says?
What? Go back.
Be wonderful. And then I see the F word.
Fun.
Well, it's not done yet. All right, so that's one I'm working
Oh, I
on.
like the ceiling. Blue.
Is that on a stretched canvas or?
It was on a board. I think it was on some kind of a board.
Oh, it's a piece of plywood.
Yeah.
Good.
I saw he was working with
Pretty
some
sweet.
abstract concepts. Family. That's nice, man.
I'm getting into it a little bit.
I
I'm
see.
not gonna lie.
Listen, I saw a bunch of stuff on the wall at that place where you hung a bunch of art up.
Fine, I ain't gonna paint.
I'm getting into it.
Fine, I ain't gonna paint
I
you.
love it. I love it. 2 sides.
So, but what I've been told is that my art, the art that I've been working with, what I've been doing, is it has a little bit of a erotic nature, I guess, for some reason. I don't know why. But people have been telling
Freak.
me. I know, right?
Sex sells.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
And I don't even do sexual paintings, but people see stuff in my paintings that I didn't put there.
It's called subliminal seduction, which I enjoy.
It's called the Rorschach test.
Right? You see what you want to see.
Exactly.
I guess you.
Yeah, we do. On today on Twitter. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not on Twitter. No, I was thinking that tonight we it was a kind of a special show so far. We started with a musical guest. We went to then a artist guest and friend guest who did 5 records. We might
It's
have
a long
overwhelmed,
show.
might have overwhelmed Jeffrey.
So, do they have to have the actual record? See, I've always been confused about the record thing. Do you have to have the
No.
record?
We like you to have the sleeve. Like it's ideally to have the sleeve. You don't have to show the record.
It's all
No,
about
but like the
cover.
sleeve, like a physical record though.
No.
It's all about the cover.
You could
Talk about it, or like you can just bring up like this purple.
Because I've got 5.
You got 5.
radio.
You want to talk about? Because I mean,
I got
Elvis
5.
Costello is cranking
Well,
in the
it
background.
goes back to the thing where the
You don't have any
the
records
top
where
5
you're
albums on Desert Island.
Radio.
top 5 records by Don Black, starting right now. Number 5.
Let's go.
Number 5. Oh, you're putting me on the spot.
You're up, Donnie.
You
Put me on
said
the
you
spot.
got it, man.
Get on. Don't.
All right, number 5, Supertramp, Breakfast in America.
Yes. We were just talking about that one today.
That's really how do you say it? That's a good record. That's a good record. A great album.
Very well done album. Very well done.
We're just gonna imagine. We're gonna pretend we're on a radio show. We're just gonna imagine the artwork.
Well, it's a waitress. So I'll
I can see it.
I'll do the.
Well, I
I'll
can
do the
go get it, but it's over there.
You heard it here, folks. Right here on the N Jon Zone.
She's wearing a pink skirt, and she's looking at a blue sky, and she's
Right.
an older lady with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, you were looking at your own face there for too long.
And the band is fantastic. I don't know why they don't play anymore, and all the guys are still alive.
They
It's
did.
one of those
Allison,
bands.
They did. They played.
Very
with
rare.
Allison
It's like
Krauss.
ABBA. All right, you're up, Don.
There's no.
All right, number 4.
Number 4.
Paul's Boutique, Beastie Boys.
Paul's Boutique, Beastie Boys, one of the best albums of all time. It contains like 70 other albums in the inside of Paul's Boutique.
It does. It does
Right.
have a lot of sampling. I'm
No,
not
there's
going to
nothing
lie.
wrong
to
with
you.
that. That it was art. It was so good, well done back then.
Hey, where's the album at?
I don't have a record player, Phil.
I want to see the album.
I'm not familiar.
I don't have the album. I do have 2 albums here, but I don't have. But they're not mine, so I really can't show them because they're not mine.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Quit smoking on screen.
What? What? Were there rules now?
Because I want to have a cigarette and I can't smoke in the house.
There's only been one rule.
Well,
Yeah.
I smoke in my house.
Number 3.
Number 3. All right, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it. House of the Holy, Led Zeppelin.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good album. I listened to that album this week, so I gotta say that's one of the greatest albums of all time. I still can't find the bridge.
Where is that confounded bridge?
There's that bridge.
All right,
Number 2.
all right. Number 2 is gonna throw you off a little bit. It's gonna throw you off a little bit. It's one of my favorite
Dr.
albums.
Demento.
It's one of my favorite albums to listen to. If I'm gonna listen to it, I'm listening to it like as much as I possibly can. And it's Soup by Blind Melon.
Yeah, well, you played that.
I did.
You played that at the field that
Holy
day. It felt so
man.
good. Yeah.
Holy man.
So. But
Ladies and
number
gentlemen,
1
number
is
1 album.
always going to be number 1. It will never change. The other 4 can like fluctuate. You know, I could bring something in, take something out, but number 1 will never change. And it's Animal by Pink Floyd.
Animal by Pink Floyd. So how fortunate were you that night?
You know what?
Oh my God, that was the most incredible shoe fest moment that I've ever experienced.
That's in my top 5 albums of all time. Pink Floyd, Animals.
Oh,
by far.
absolutely, absolutely.
100%. 100%.
So I have this plan. I'm doing Floyd Fest this year.
Is it pigs, sheep, or dogs?
All animals.
All of them. Pigs on a wing. Yeah. All of them. I don't care.
One of the greatest albums of all time. And Charlie Otto. I'm rambling now. And my other top 5 album of all time is Talking Heads, Remain in Light.
Well, Remain like see, Talking Heads are in there too, so I fluctuate. Blood Sugar Sex Magic is in there. I mean,
Blood Sugar Sex Magic.
I'm from the '90s, man. So
You're older than me. So when Blood Sugar
Sex
Sex Magic came out, we were about the same age. It was a pretty important record, man, when it came out.
Oh, Blood Sugar Sex Magic is one of the best albums produced. Rick Rubin did a great job on that.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. It's a very well produced album.
There's no right or wrong.
Well,
There is no
funny
right.
how we were
right,
judgmental.
Laura from
Definitely
Aurora.
wrong.
Hello.
Well, get out of here.
Hello.
There is definitely wrong when it comes to top 5 albums, but that's okay.
No, there is
I wouldn't
100% no right and wrong.
I have a hard time even saying. Every week I have a different favorite thing I like.
Hey, John, you understand we've been doing this for 96
the bottom
weeks,
line is-
basically. I mean, we have not missed a beat, pretty much.
Out of those 5 albums, Paul's Boutique is definitely one of my top 5.
Hey, you listening to me?
Paul's Boutique, top 5 albums of all time for sure. Influencing album, top 5 influential albums of all time for me. But then I didn't really like take off into hip hop. I stuck with the Beastie Boys and then listened to other stuff. It was weird. So I don't know. Go figure. I remember getting.
Go, John.
She watching a football game or something?
No, she's sitting right next to me watching the screen. Like when I go upstairs, I can see the screen, so I'm not missing anything.
No, let me hear your top 5, John.
Oh, there's no way I could say a top 5. Paul's
Yeah,
Boutique's one of my top 5
we
albums.
gave it to you. I
Well,
didn't give my 5 either, though.
Terrapin
You're not
Station.
asking.
Oh,
Here's-
good
Great
one.
album.
I like that.
Pretty much the Blues Brothers soundtrack album. If I got to pick a soundtrack.
That's good. Good.
You know,
Kind
but
of Blue by Miles Davis, even though he was a white beater.
Yeah, okay, yeah, of course. You know, you could. There's so many good albums. You can't. That could never be like.
So far, Crosby, Stills, Nash Young.
Yeah, is that a best of album? That's a best of album, isn't it? It is. Gotta be.
Well, yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it is. Pretty much. But it was Young only recorded like one album with him, though, didn't he?
Jane's Addiction, Nothing Shocking is a great
Oh,
album.
solid.
I mean,
That's
Oh,
a top album.
It's a CD, but it's not. One of my 5 I can play over and over is Alice in Chains Unplugged.
that's a great
That's a
album.
good one.
That's a great album, yeah.
Good one.
I'm a freak on Lane Staley. Just the unplugged version, not. I mean, I'm a big Alice in Chains.
Well,
Nirvana.
Mad Season is in there.
Yeah,
with
and
me.
here,
Yes, they
Mark
are.
Mark Lanigan, who passed away, who brought up. If you research it, I'm researching it. Laura knows it more than I do. He's one of the originators of grunge.
I just purchased the
Screaming
Mad
Trees
Season.
and
Oh yeah, Screaming Trees. Well, they were the underrated band that
Underrated,
they didn't get the recognition that Soundgarden
It was
and
Correct.
Nirvana.
you know and all of those Seattle bands got at that time. Chris Cornell.
and I
think Chris
right.
Cornell was actually rooming with the guy from Screaming Trees at the time.
He lived with.
Am I mistaken about that?
Well, maybe he lived with Andy from Mother Love Bone when Andy killed himself.
Yeah, and Mother Love Bone too.
Okay.
Exactly.
And
They're
so he
all
was
connected.
the
There's
All right.
lyrics were not
7
written.
steps.
So Mother Love Bone was trying to be a metal band, and they weren't quite metal band, but they were trying to be metal band. And that guy died, and he was Chris Cornell's roommate. And so what happens then is you get the first Soundgarden album, you get the first Nirvana album. All this stuff gets written right about then after that guy passes away, and grunge came out of that really sad time those guys had to deal with. You know, losing Andy.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
And then you think about all that music that got built out of that, you know, it's all kind of
All right.
downer stuff.
Love
You know?
it.
Right. You think about the 60s of music, yeah, the 60s and all that. But that grunge right there we were talking about there meant a lot to me. I love that stuff. I love that stuff. Alice in Chains, Stone Temple Pilots, Soundgarden. There was a little click there. There really
it was a beautiful.
There's
It was
some
like disturbing and
Honestly,
sad
I
music.
never listened to any of that.
but
Why?
I
should have.
didn't.
Get Pearl Jam
I
10.
didn't. It
Put
wasn't
Pearl
my
Jam 10
thing.
on and jam it, man. Turn it up loud. It's a good album. That was important to me, Laura, because it was the age that I was, and Don's about the same age as me. So when we were that age, we were 18, 19, 20
Yes.
years old when that stuff came out.
Laura's 67, man. What are you talking about?
Please don't.
She
give
doesn't
that
look a
to
day
her.
over 47.
Doesn't. So let's talk about music. Period. Amen. No. It's
I
all
like the
about the
B-52.
music
I
tonight.
don't know.
Okay, there's no right and wrong in music.
There's definitely wrong
So,
in music.
Well, there's a quote. There's a quote that says, I can't remember who said it was life without music is a mistake. I think
It's
that's
your
Nietzsche.
choice would be my response.
We start listening
No.
to music for the minute we're conceived. And this isn't a life birth choice thing or anything like that. But when you're conceived, you have a band playing for 9 months in your head, and the beat never stops for 9 months. And you listen to
How
this
old's Don gonna be?
heartbeat of your mother for 9 months, the constant beat, and the tempo fluctuates, but it never changes, never stops. So when you're born, it's something that you're always going to enjoy. I think
I
that's
like that. I like that.
You know, and everybody's got a belly button, had a mom, so figure that shit out.
Yeah, it was my parents' 60th anniversary. My mom and dad are still alive. 60 years yesterday. 60 years.
And where'd they go on after their wedding date? Your father was in a band.
He was in a band. Yeah, he was in a band.
He had a gig they had to go to after their wedding
Yeah, you
day.
playing at a gig. We'll talk about it. Yeah, you got an elm from eclectic band from my dad's band from
Yeah.
'56. Yeah,
Yeah.
in your milk crate, John.
Do you know the alphabet, Don?
What's that?
You know the alphabet?
What are we
The
gonna do from
alphabet?
the?
You know
Yeah,
Yeah, I know the
maybe
alphabet.
A through Z. What's the category tonight?
Is that not coming through? It's going to be the alphabet is going to be bands we wish we could have saw.
Okay,
Starting with
great
A.
one.
All right,
That's
hold,
great.
hold on. I need to refresh this.
All right,
okay.
so do I.
Refresh that.
All right, hold on. We got 3 minutes.
3 minutes, a minute and a half. Countdown, go. 1
Time for
minute.
Laura with Aurora. Laura from Aurora.
1 minute and a half.
Laura, tell a joke.
Oh, no jokes. Something about
So you didn't
going
listen to any of
across
that
the
music.
road.
You didn't listen to any of that music. What were you listening to in the 90s?
In the 90s.
You fan or you?
Well, you gotta understand, I had a little stagnant place in my life that music, well, okay. If I had to record music from back in the 90s, from the later XRT nights, to bring it up north to my place on the lake, I would say would had, what's a band called with the Queen? The Queen?
Queensryche?
No. Oh, shoot. I'm so bad with.
Freddie Mercury, Queen?
No.
You didn't listen to that music because you were listening to something uncool.
A lot of
Like the song "The Butt" was real big in '91. Butt,
what was it?
the butt. It was a dance. Do the butt. You remember that? That was a big song when I graduated. It was at my prom.
I have no idea about the butt.
But that was not the cool music to listen to. Really, it was just what was on the radio. The butt.
No.
Unfortunately, there was you're
I
right
was
about
always about XR. I was always about XRT Chicago.
They're still solid. They're still
Good
solid.
channel.
Definitely.
Still solid.
They're not independent by any means, but they have great music.
They play shit that's not like on the list.
Say what?
They play stuff that's off the list, and that's not the same as everything else. So what was your first favorite song, Laura?
Like the Archie. Honestly, between the Archies and Tijuana Brass.
Tijuana Brass Band?
Tijuana Brass Band and the Archies.
You want to hear something, Laura?
Go ahead.
Tijuana Brass Band.
You're younger than me.
I had a song from them played for our introduction when my wife and I got married and walked into our reception.
Herb Albert.
So
that was the song.
Come on.
So that was on your playlist.
No, that was the song we walked into. The popular one. The how's it go?
So who played it back then? Like, was it on Memorex?
A DJ. No, it was a DJ, but it was Tijuana Brass Band. What's the name of the song? Oh God, it's gonna kill me now. See, if I wouldn't have said it, I would have remembered. But now I can't.
You remember so much of everything else, Don. So you know what? Give yourself a break.
Give me a minute.
I gotta go. I'm getting pulled off. Bye-bye.
Boo!
So you have a lot of white space on your walls there. It looks like, Don.
That's my ceiling.
Well, you got space on your walls probably too. You need something for your walls. You have this for your walls.
No, see, I'm buying that from you.
Well, you need to go to you one way or another. You just have to come over here and pick it up.
I'm gonna come up. We're gonna have a visit, and I'm gonna buy that from you.
Some weekend or some evening or afternoon or morning or whatever you want to.
Well, see, I feel a little out of sorts here because your background for your set is solid. John's background for his set is pretty solid. Mine is my ceiling.
I like it though. It's a void. We have to have a little negative space in there. Not that you're negative.
Oh well, thank you for
I'm
that.
just saying you basically have already bought it by doing this whole Blue Ox thing for us.
No, this is a yearly thing for us now. You do understand this, right?
All right. Let's see now.
I just wanted the AOK.
Pretty much the same thing that happened last year is going to happen this year, except for a pine cone.
Exactly. And the trailer. Anyway, Phil, who's gonna start it tonight? Phil, Don, then John. What are we gonna do? ABCs, the bands we wish we could see.
So does
Bands
everybody
we
do
wish
A,
we
or we
could
go
see.
each one goes A? Or,
They can be a band. No, we'll just do. Usually we do a letter apiece. But it could be a band that doesn't exist anymore. It could be a band that's still playing. It could be a band that you make up. It could be anything you want.
So is it a band that we've never seen or have seen?
Yeah, we'd like to be ones that we've never seen.
Okay, gotcha.
Bands that we wish
we could have seen.
That we haven't seen, because I think that'd be harder than list the bands that we have.
You might have seen it.
You could have seen it. No, I could say it.
All right. I wish I could have seen it, but okay.
All right, I got you. I'm with this.
You're up A. A for.
I got to go first.
Sure.
Yeah, you gotta go first.
I don't like that at all. Okay. You want to know
All
a
right, I'll
band that I
start.
love to?
I'll start.
No, I'll start. I got this.
John's starting.
You want to know a band that I would have loved to have seen live? ABBA.
In their entire.
I was going to say that too. I was going to say that if I had A. All right, good.
I was going to say it too. So you're up next, Phil.
B. I've seen all those.
That's right.
I seen them all. Budgie.
I thought you said you met Budgie.
No, I've never seen Budgie. I'm a big fan of Budgie. Budgie.
Yeah.
Great band.
Don't know Budgie.
Budgie, great band. I love to see it. Love the album with a parrot on it. Okay.
I would say the Cars.
The Cars?
Yeah, the Cars.
Nice.
Yeah, never seen them. I would always, when I was a kid, that was one of my first tapes I was given as a gift. I think I would like to see them. Oh, somebody just commented and deleted it. That's awesome.
Right.
Seeing things. Okay, go ahead.
Deep Purple. Never got to see him with all their diversity, and I never got to see him with Richie Blackmore and John Lord and Gummy Bear John and all those guys. Well, I don't. Yeah.
So you got E with Deep Purple?
Yep.
D. You got E.
I got E. ELO.
Yeah, that'd be a great show. Big show.
Yeah. Mine would have been Emerson, Lake and Palmer, but. Yeah.
Well, that would go. That was on there too, but ELO though.
But to each his own.
A big shiny white cello, and he was dancing around the ELO cello.
And the funny thing, all the bands I've never seen.
Cool show, man. And they had a big UFO too. ELO had the first. They had the Parliament Funkadelic before Parliament.
Yeah, Jeff Lynne, man.
Yeah. ELO F. Fugazi. I would like to have seen Fugazi. I never got to see them. Back in the mean punk rock days, I would like to see Fugazi. He used to get all pissed off at people from moshing at his shows, but then he played hardcore music. It was a weird mix.
Enjoy the music in silence.
Yeah, he wanted them to listen to him scream at him, basically. But that's not why the kids came,
No, hell no.
I heard this
band
band called.
Music when I was younger, and they were all very incoherent. In their speech and their sing, their lyrics. So Minor Threat and Fugazi were a little more coherent, but a lot of stuff I listened to, I never knew really what they were saying. That really wasn't why I was listening to it till later, and then that's probably why I don't listen to it now. But anyway, Fugazi. Hey, G.
Gwar.
Good one.
I never seen him. I heard things about. What is that about?
I'm going to say that even in the reformation now, after the lead singer's passed away now, and they're not the original band, but I would still go see him in concert for that show.
Well,
Okay,
what I've had friends that have seen Guar.
You guys are. Yeah, all right.
And it is. They go. Don't wear clothes that you want to keep.
No.
Because they throw shit at you.
I'm intrigued, but I was okay.
They blood. Well, it's not blood. But
I'll be in a skybox.
There are three main fluids
Well,
that will be squirted upon you.
Yeah, there's a lot of
brought
fluids. A lot of fluids. All right, so
but
I'm
all in good fun, and they don't hurt anybody. It's exciting.
Aaron
No, they're
Rodgers
fun.
fun. They're gonna
I
be
saw 'em.
fluid.
No, I saw
I mean,
him.
it's not a G.G. Allen show. You know what I mean?
No, but it's fucking close, dude. It's pretty fucking. It's about as gross as you can
It's
get
close, but it's
without really pooping, on the stage.
right. Shit fries.
But when
Fuck.
my wife and I saw him when we first got together, and we went to the show, and they had the big pit area of the show. It was almost like the Canopy Club kind of setup, where it was an old theater, and you could go down to the floor area, and there was higher spots. And they had Viz cleaned the first two sections with Viz Clean, like the whole section, the floor, the railings, everything was covered. So you knew Guar had that shit figured out. They have to know how far that shit squirts. So we basically stood like right behind this line and watched this crazy fucking show go on while everybody went nuts in the pit and get squirted and covered in goo. Well, I didn't go in the pit for that show. Amy had gone to a show where she did, I think, go to see Guar, and we got in the pit.
Oh.
But I can't remember for her necessarily. But go see him. Even in the Reformation.
Yes, I did, and I wore a white shirt and it had.
Hi, Amy.
Amy did go to the Guar show, and she went in the pit.
Hi, Amy Griffin. I miss you.
I love you.
I love you too.
I don't think I've ever met Amy Griffin.
Don, I don't know
What?
if you've ever met Amy. Maybe a Shoe
Are you
Fest.
serious?
Shoe Fest. You've had to have met her at Shoe Fest.
Maybe. I'm
You're always kind of
my
cranky at Shoe Fest, and you just want to have a meeting. So maybe not. Maybe we didn't introduce you to her intentionally.
Hi, Amy. I'll see you
Late
soon.
night Don is not 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Don, different guy.
Yeah, two different people.
No, thank you, love. That's all I think to go to the Guar show. Yeah, I'm excited.
Petaluma, I think.
So
I
Guar.
brought up
the
Guar, man.
show,
I brought up
Don
a
is-
lot of things. You guys talked Guar about for 5 minutes, man.
Well, that's why we got to
Jeez,
fill the show with
freaks.
something. We got no rules. We're 2 hours in right now. We're 2 hour mark.
Jesus Christ, I got to take a nap.
All right, so I've got H, and we're gonna go total opposite of Guar, Hall and Oates.
Yeah, like in their prime, Hall and Oates.
I'm trying to think
Absolutely.
of bands you've said.
Every
that
song
I-
Hall and Oates ever made was classic.
Eh. There's a lot of great music there. I grew up. One of my dad's first records I remember having was H2O, the Hall and Oates album. That had like Man Eater, and I remember that tape when I was a little kid. Listened to a lot.
Man Eater. Man Eater.
Out at night.
Man Eater. Man Eater.
Interesting time for music, Hall and Oates, man. So after Hall and Oates, is it my turn or Phil's turn? It's my turn now, right?
Your turn.
I would probably go see who would I go see? I think it would probably be Ike and Tina Turner.
Ooh.
In the full on rolling on the river days with that was that song Proud Mary, like doing that. We're gonna start this song off soft, and it's gonna get real mean, or whatever she says in that song, that live version of it. I want to be there that night. Ike and Tina Turner.
Nice.
There's no right and wrong.
All right,
answer.
Jay. What's up, Jay?
One of my favorite bands, and I put them in my top whatever list, and everybody has. I never got to see them. Jethro Tull. I love Ian Anderson. I never got to see him, and I love Jethro Tull. Let me bring you songs from the wood.
Amy and I saw
Jethro Tull, very underrated band in my
You and
opinion.
Don?
Oh, what?
Don, have you seen Jethro Tull?
I have not.
No.
I know who
Yeah.
Jethro Tull is. I've
Why
never
have?
seen Jethro
Are they really a band? You have not seen
Yeah,
them.
yeah. We saw them 25 years ago now, but 20 years ago now, but and we
Who
got there
backed them up, Gore?
No, they played Thick as a Brick, the 45-minute version of it, so you had to sit there for an hour to listen to one song. It's pretty cool. But so that same night, like you talk about going to see him, we got there too early, thinking we were going to be people hanging out, and there really wasn't a scene. So we ended up going to this like sports bar that had it was like a Dave and Buster's. Like it really was like a Dave and Buster's. It had a big room of adult video games.
Go Sports.
And sports screens everywhere. And we're sitting there ordering our food, and they make an announcement over the intercom that whenever we meet Ian Anderson in a few minutes, not to shake his hand. Because he's coming into the restaurant and setting up a table like right across from us, basically, and signing autographs. So we were just sitting there hanging out, having a cheeseburger or whatever, and then we got to meet Ian Anderson. We did not shake his hand, but we got his autograph. Jethro Tull, that's a good one, man. Listen to more Jethro Tull, people. All right, Don's up with K. I'm not trying not to talk about every fucking band you guys say too. I know I can do
So
that.
K, if I was to go K, the only thing I can think of is Kool and the Gang, because I would love to have seen Kool and the Gang, because they were like cool.
I saw Kool again like 3 years ago, man. It was pretty
Because they
fucking
were
cool.
like cool.
No, I'm not talking about 3 years ago. I'm talking about 30 years ago.
It was the only person in the band that was still from the Gang was Kool when I saw Kool.
Is Kool still there?
I think so. It seemed to be.
No,
It seemed to be
but
cool.
30 years ago, I mean,
I'm
imagine
listening.
30 years ago.
Oh, it would've been
You know,
fun.
All right,
And
come
then-
on, we gotta go.
and 30 years ago was 1992, by the way.
No shit.
So, okay, let's go 40 years ago. Let's go 40 years ago.
Kool and the Gang would have been fun to get down to at a disco party, for sure. Those man's haircuts. Kool and the Gang. And L is for Led Zeppelin, of course, who I definitely would have seen somewhere or another along the way. In Britain somewhere, where they made everybody sit down and listen to the show. Because they used to, that's what they said when they came to America, is that nobody respected them in America because they all got up and danced. Because they were
What do you expect
Montrose.
when you play music like that?
well, you know, that was just a British thing, you know. They bow for the Queen.
Yeah, good point.
Montrose from M, from Phil.
Yeah, Zeppelin is too killer. I have to bring it up because you said, yeah, too good, too good, too good, too good. Montrose, Sammy Hagar and Ronnie Montrose, Rockin' New Baby, Hot, Sweet and Sticky. I didn't get to see him. I was about to go see him, and we got delayed to go to some other bar to some other thing. That's my story about Montrose. There's a bunch of other Mata Hoople and a bunch of other things. But I was got to go see, and we got sidetracked. A bunch of other stories in my life. I'm old. I got a lot of stories. They're good ones. They're true.
God, we need to set up a meeting.
Do I go next? Who's next?
He is with M. Phil is with M.
M?
Yeah.
M.
He said Montrose.
You were saying Montrose, but I'm like, we still haven't
Montrose.
set a
All
meeting.
right, then go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you're M.
And Montrose. N.
M.
I'm N. I'm just gonna go on to N and say
I'm O. John is N. You're M.
You're thinking
Come on,
ahead. I
Phil.
should have thought ahead about this.
Hurry up. I want to crank some tunes, man. Come on.
Come on, Em. Where you at,
I
Em?
can't smoke in the house. I need a cigarette. Let's go.
Where you at, Em?
Nazareth.
No, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Where was M?
N was Montrose.
That's a festival. It's not a band, is it?
It's a band. It's the original band that Sammy Hagar was in, man.
Oh, is that right? Well, I'm not a big Sammy Hagar fan.
I said N
that's
for
why I didn't know that.
Next or Nazareth or New Order. I would like
So you got
Nazareth. Nazareth. And then we got O is going to be Don again.
Oh? So I have O?
Yeah, let's get through this.
Can we get Oingo Boingo? Come on.
No, I'm not going Oingo Boingo because I saw them play the show with Rodney
Come on, we're going backwards.
on Old School. Wasn't Oingo Boingo the old school on Old School where he had the party in the frat or in his apartment? Remember Rodney Dangerfield's movie Old School or not? Old School?
Back to School.
Back to School. That's it. Back to School.
You were there.
And Oingo Boingo played he did the Dead Man. What's the song that they sing?
Dead Man's Party, man.
Yeah, Dead Man's Party. Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. No, but
Okay,
that's
who's
not
got P?
that's not my O though. It's not my O. Olivia Newton-John.
Bingo.
Cheers. Xanadu, like Xanadu, Grease, between Xanadu and Grease.
No, just so that I can make eye contact with her and maybe we'd have a connection and we just hook up or something, you know. Because she was hot, dude. She's hot.
Let's get physical to her, I'm sure, for sure.
Let's get physical.
All right, Phil.
No, to be quite honest with you, Xanadu though, Xanadu is like one of the best ever movies.
You have the letter after
The
O.
guy from Warriors was in Xanadu. Do you know that?
Nice.
It's
I
like
remember getting really
Bring
excited
out
about
your
Xanadu when it came out.
dad.
No, hey, I'm not gonna lie. When Xanadu came out, roller skating was hot. You know,
Come out and play Warriors.
it's a horrible movie. It's a horrible movie. Not Warriors. Warrior's a good movie.
Warrior.
It was the same
Warrior.
guy. It was the
I don't
same
care.
guy.
Warriors is 2 thumbs up. Xanadu is 2 thumbs down, probably in the
Oh, come
That's
on.
a great song.
Gene Kelly was in it.
It's a great song. Listen to it. They rock, man.
All right. Oh, Pete.
P is Phil's for P.
Bill for Pete.
P. I seen that one.
Don't say fish.
With
He's never seen Fish.
yeah,
It's not his
good
wish.
one. Fish.
You should come to a fish show with me.
I've never seen Fish.
You
should see it.
That's a great one, John. I've
Gotta
never
go see
seen
him.
Fish, and it begins with a P.
And man,
It's not an F. I've never seen Fish.
That's not a bad one for him. Not a bad one.
That was the best answer the whole night, John. I've never seen Fish, and people go, "What?" Nope.
Quicksilver
Or the
Messenger.
other one would be G for Goose. Fish and Goose.
No, I'd rather see Queen than Quicksilver Messenger. I'm gonna take that back. I'll say Queen for my Q band because
You're going Queen?
I do it Queen. I never saw them.
You are. Well, we're gonna roll this. We always end it.
So we got R right now. So I'm R.
Yeah.
Arr.
I want to say, but I'm not going to. I'm going to change it up. I'm going to go old school Ramones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Me too.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Although I've heard it's very disappointing.
Well, I wouldn't know because I've never seen it.
I mean, the show rocks, but it's only going to be about 23 minutes long, literally.
Well, I mean, they played like 40 songs in that 23 minutes.
They
Though.
play about 40 songs. They play every song you want to hear, but it's about 28 minutes, and you're done. Your ticket price is up. Anyway.
We're back to you, S.
I'm S. I'm not going Super Trap. I'm gonna go to a band called Sweet Ballroom.
I know
Blitz.
Sweet. I know
Yeah.
Sweet. I know Sweet.
I bet they still
quit
play it. They probably still
smoking
tour
on the
that song.
screen. You can't do that.
T
Why
is
the
for,
fuck not?
Because
T is
can't.
for Trampled by Turtles. I've never seen them. I gotta go see them. I've never seen Trampled by Turtles.
Trampled by Turtles? Trampled by Turtles are playing Blue Ox.
Yeah, good band. They are?
Yes, they
I
are.
have seen them.
Oh, wait a minute. No. Whoa.
No, Old
I
Crow
got my
was-
shit mixed up. They're playing
Pigeon
Floyd
play-
Fest. They're not
Yes,
playing
Pigeon
Blue Ox.
playing
Old
Pink
Crow. Old Crow is playing both Floyd Fest and Blue Ox. I apologize.
Pigeons playing Old Crow festivals. All right. So Pigeons playing ping pong is my.
All right, come on. We'll let her. Come on. Hurry up, guys.
Whoa. So who's up? Am I S? No, wait, we did S. T.
I did T. I said something for T, but I forgot what it was.
All right, so T.
Trampled by Turtles.
So I got you then.
You trampled by turtles. What I said. All right.
I got you, babe.
So I have you. So you is going to be okay. I got one for you.
All right.
Unga Munga by Pink Floyd performed live.
That ain't a band. What the fuck is that crap?
You said we could do anything.
He gets
You're
one
doing
made up.
a lot of
One
crap
made
that's
up.
not cool. No.
He gets one made up. My V is going to be Velvet Underground.
Ooh, nice one.
Yeah,
Okay.
Velvet Underground with Andy Warhol painting live. He's not painting though. He's just pointing his finger and somebody else is painting for him. That's how Andy Warhol painted live. He didn't do it live.
Come on.
So do I have to make up a U then, Phil? Is that what you're telling me? I have to make up a U?
No. I got a U.
We're at W
No.
for Phil, I think. Right? I think we're out
Oh,
of
you
order.
got a U?
We're at X with Phil. No,
What's
wait a
my
minute.
letter? X. I've seen XDC. I've seen X. I've seen X-Ray Spec. I've seen. We got to come up with something. Zenith and the Blue Stars. I'll come up with that.
Zenith and the Blue Stars. All right, that's your made-up band that you get like. Why?
But I've seen them
For
all.
me,
Oh, he can make a made-up band, but I can't fucking do.
No, they're a band.
Pink Floyd.
for why, I'm gonna say
Come on.
Yellow
Come here.
Zebra.
Come here.
It's a band from Australia I just made up.
Come here.
Yellow zebra.
Yellow Zebra.
I like it. I like it. Who has the last letter?
Patrick called me on. He said yes is the band for Y, actually. So yes is my band for Y. And the last letter we're going to give to Don, our guest, before we go, folks. So
Well,
Don,
the only way to end this segment, Zappa.
It's Frank Zappa. Yeah. Well, Don, thank you for being part of the show tonight.
Not
we
a problem.
appreciate you being here and doing everything you always do with us. And Phil, always good to see you, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Love you guys. We'll talk soon.
We'll walk around the lot.
Where's this at?
Where's this at?
That's Deer Creek.
Where?
I don't think so.
No, it's not Deer Creek.
My sister and brother-in-law are at Fish in Cancun this weekend.
I was supposed to be there.
I'm not sure where this is.
I never was invited.
You're always invited, Laura. You're right up front, no matter what, if you're invited or not.
All right, I love you guys. I gotta go.
We'll talk to you soon, Don. Thanks for coming on the show. We'll talk again soon, buddy. Come see me
soon. Very soon.
Thank you very much, Don.
Hey, Lord from Aurora, I love you.
I love
Your shit just
back
kicked
at
in.
you, boy.
Look at this guy right here.
Lester, what do you want? I don't know. Your father's dog.
I know that guy. Yeah, I knew that guy.
Hungry? What? What do you need a dog food? Human food? I don't know what to do.
I know you don't. What do you want?